What is good, fight fans? This is Ashley's Corner. And yep, it's time to talk about Danny Garcia again. It's time. Because he finally opened up his mouth and he's talking like he got a set of brass balls right now. And I don't got no problem with him talking like he, wants these fights. But I got a few problems with the shit that he's saying. Alright? Well, all of the video that I seen, actually I seen like 3 parts, 3 different videos, all from Fight Hype. Shout out to FightHype.com. But I'm only going to put one video into the description. When you pull up that video, the other videos should come, you know what I'm saying, into recommended videos. But Danny Garcia says that he will unify with Errol Spence after all. Right after the Porter fight, right after he get that title. Kudos to him. A round of applause, please. All right? After that fight, it will be a moment of silence because he's going to beat that ass, Danny. But he says, yeah, he'll unify. And then he said that after that, there will be nothing else left to do at 147, and he will move up to 154. And I think that's a bad idea, bruh. Who can you beat at 154? I would honestly like to see him against Cal Brook. Tell me that's not a good fight. Yo, Cal Brook will beat your motherfucking ass, Danny. I would love to see that. I would love to see Danny Garcia versus any one of the fucking Charlos. Who cares, man? But Jamel will whoop that ass. I see Hearn putting a hurting on you, boy. He keeps saying, oh, well, I love when people come straight for me, yo. That's why, you know what I'm saying, the Earl Spence fight would be a good fight. Bruh. I would love to see you move up to 154 just because I want to see you get fucked up so bad. I'm sorry. And I don't want to sound like a hater, but I want to see Danny Garcia hit the mat. I want to see him hurt. I want to see him lose. I want to see him get stopped. Sorry, but I do. It is what it is. I've never been a Danny Garcia fan, ever. He did do his thing at 140, but I can give him his props. Yeah, you did your thing at 140, but I've never been a fan of Danny Garcia. Okay, so that's why I feel like that about him. Beyond the shit that he was saying about Terrence Crawford, beyond the shit that he was saying about Earl Spence. So yeah, Earl Spence needs this and he needs that. And then when Earl Spence called you out, all you heard was crickets. You ain't say shit. Now that you got a fight scheduled and everybody knows you're gonna fight Sean Porter for that title, now you want to act like you big and bad. Now you want this the same shit he said that fighters do to him. And when they get a fight, then they want to use my name. So what the fuck are you really doing? Honestly, it's that shit goes. The door swings both ways, homie. Seriously. But after he said there's nothing else left at 147 and he would move up to 154, the dude that was giving him the interview was like, well, what about, a rematch with Thurman? You know what I'm saying? And he was like, well, yeah, I would like the rematch, but that shit ain't gonna happen until like 2 or 3 years down the line. So the reporter was like, so what about Jesse Vargas and Adrian Broner? He was like, yeah, they'll be good fights, but he don't have nothing to gain. I understand what he's saying, you know what I'm saying? Meaning they don't have nothing for him. Why should he fight him? You know what I'm saying? I understand what you're trying to say. You know what I mean, Danny, but still, yo. Then he was asked, how does the fight play out in between you and Spence? He says it's going to be a good fight, and I'm going to put him down, is what his ass says. He says he believes that he can put anybody down, but you didn't put down Thurman. You didn't put down Keith Thurman. He didn't go down. Everybody you fought, you didn't drop. You didn't stop everybody you fought. So, I don't know where that's coming from, but, and he says that the reporter said, does Earl Spence deserve his reputation of being the boogeyman at 147, man? This motherfucker. Danny Garcia says, how? Boogeyman how? How is he the boogeyman? He won he won the IBF title and he got like what, two title fights? So like how? Well, shit. It is what it is. That's how he said it. Okay. Without the curse word, but he said, well, it is what it is, But after he said all of that, and then continued to say, he fought the boogeyman before, Lucas Batista. Lucas Batista was the boogeyman, and look what happened to him when I fought him. All right, and I'm like, yo, wait. Lucas Batista, bruh. Did he really just pull Lucas Batista out his ass just now and say that he's the boogeyman? Like he has, like him, like Lucas Batista. I'm sorry, Lucas Batista. Since people love that, want to say shit when I pronounce shit wrong, even though you know exactly what the hell I'm talking about. Lucas Batista and Earl Spence Jr. doesn't belong in the same goddamn sentence. But I'm going to get back to that. I'm going to finish talking about what the hell he was talking about during this interview. But then he says that everybody wants to fight Danny Garcia until they get hit. And I love when he called himself Danny Garcia and talking to third person like he's really some big shit. But okay. Everybody wants to fight Danny Garcia until they get hit. So then he says, Danny says he told everyone that Thurman will never be the same after they fought each other. Okay? And he says that he broke his arm. His arm is broken by him and he can't recover. He's saying Thurman cannot recover because he retired Keith Thurman. That's what he said in the interview. In this interview right here that I'm about to put in the link, what I just said isn't in this interview. It's like 1 3-minute interview, 1 2-minute interview, and 1 1-minute interview. I put the interview that he was talking about Earl Spence inside of the link in the description. But I'm just like I said, it's not going to be hard to find them other 2 interviews or whatever. But yeah, he said, it was me. I broke his arm. I retired Keith Thurman, and now he can't recover from that. I told everybody before the fight that he ain't never going to be the same. So he's taking all the credit for breaking the man's arm. And then he said, ain't nobody talking about that. Bruh, because it's a shame that you don't know what's really going on. Keith Thurman's arm supposedly been broke. Supposedly it been broken. That's what he says. Keith Thurman says his arm wasn't 100 when he fought you. Before he walked in the ring, his arm wasn't 100. That's what he said. But if we're going to go by what you're saying, Danny, so okay, he beat you with one arm? Is that really what the taste you want to leave in everybody's mouth? He beat you with one arm. And it was a couple times he had your ass bent over, okay? You was bent over from some shots to the face, not even the body. Like I remember Keith Thurman hitting your ass so hard, it looked like you puked. Your ass threw up to the left. You bent over to the left like, you felt that, bruh. One arm. Okay, one arm. But back to this Lucas Batista shit, yo. Lucas Batista started his professional career in June 2004, okay? He fought Danny September 2013, almost a whole decade after his first professional fight. After he lost to Zab Judah and Devin Alexander. So he already had 2 losses on his record when he fought Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia was 26-0 when they fought each other. And the fight was at 140, okay? It went all 12 rounds. The fight was scored 112 to 114, 111, 115, 112 to 140. That ain't no landslide victory for you to be talking about. Look what happened to Lucas Batista. Lucas Batista and Earl Spence Jr. are 2 totally different fighters. Totally different power, different speed, different ring IQ, different every goddamn thing. Different defense. Different everything. Okay? But honestly, I can give Danny Garcia one little gem. His professional fight was in November 2007. So it's only like, probably three years, well, wait, let me see. 2004, 2000, 3 years after Lucas Batista turned pro. Okay, so yeah, okay. I mean, you wasn't that fresh either, but neither was fucking Lucas Batista. Neither was he. Okay. But again, the fight was at 140 pounds. If he was the boogeyman, he was the boogeyman at 140 pounds. Okay? He was the boogeyman at that time. All right? Not right now, not currently, but he was the boogeyman with 2 losses on his record. He was the boogeyman. I don't even think this shit worked like that, pimping. For you to be the boogeyman, you got to be like a killer, right? A lot of knockouts, right? No losses, right? Somebody that is a knockout artist. You know what I'm saying? With no losses on his record, and somebody that nobody wants to fight. That makes them the boogeyman. Lucas Matista was getting fights before and after he fought you. He was not the boogeyman, not in my eyes. Maybe some commentators, some ring analysts, boxing analysts said that shit. But us as the fighting fans, I never heard anybody say that Lucas Matista was the boogeyman at 140. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he is in other fans' eyes, but not mine. He was not the boogeyman. And for real, Danny Garcia, some people will make the argument that, just like you said, Danny Garcia, that Keith Thurman will never be the same after you fought him. People say that you haven't been the same since you fought Lucas Matista. But whatever, yo. Danny Garcia, I appreciate you, saying that you're going to unify after you get the title from Porter. All right. I appreciate that. 'Cause I don't see Porter saying that shit. I don't see Porter saying that he want to fight Earl Spence. And I honestly don't believe a word you said during any of these interviews. When you were talking about Earl Spence Jr., I don't believe none of it. But you said it. So here we are making the video. I'm going to act on it. I'm a fan. And I'm going to say what I have to say, which I did. Always like and subscribe to the channel. Please let me know in the comment section what you think about Danny Garcia's accusations. What do you think about the shit that he said? And just like I said, I do appreciate that he said he's going to unify, but if he does unify, it'll probably whenever he wants to. It's not going to be immediately after that Porter fight. I don't think his balls are that big. But just like I said, always like and subscribe to the channel. Peace.